Falcons. So here is the punter, Matt Bosher, to get us started. And we are underway from the Superdome. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Ready? 95-56. Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Kamara. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Breeze out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 30.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first.
And Kamara has it stripped.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turn. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Latavius Murray, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
56. The mark, boy. 56. Check 56.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. Up past the 25 to the 26. A gain of 5.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that led him to 1,000-yard seasons in 2015 and 2016.
Bravo. 47 is the mic. 47 is the mic. Check.
On 3rd down, Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Taysom Hill, his second touchdown on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And maybe that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
Luck's good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script.
Julio Jones all alone. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Now Breeze finding Kamara.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Shotgun now for Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Getting the sense Charles are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Here's Breeze to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Breeze now on 1st down. Caught by Nelson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. They run. Devontae Freeman. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. On 2nd down, Freeman. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
To throw, it's Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And now running right through it. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, move the ball with relative ease.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Toss play, Kamara. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that, because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons Falcons get there for the sack. Mark Barrett, he brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. That's caught, it's Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans! Michael Thomas with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Freeman. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan, and it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. From midfield now, here's Ryan. Caught by Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Breeze now on first down. Now Breeze lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
14 yards is the pickup, first down, New Orleans. Now a play fake here on first down. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Breeze now to throw. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Breeze now, 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10.
Hey, easy. 53.
Again, it's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack coming from Adrian Claiborne off the edge. To try again after the sack. Breeze. Oh, a battle for it here, and this he caught. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Minkah Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the first-round pick out of Alabama.
2 yards on the pickup.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
51.
Now Ryan. He completes it to Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Ryan. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and
at their own 35-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, but not be deterred by anything else.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there.
Hey, Charlie. Right there.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And he finds Stills, complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kenny Stills, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of a group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
21. 56.
Freeman again, a 1st down carry. Freeman a 1st down and more. And down to the 7-yard line. A big run there by Freeman, 54 yards. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now, because is he rewarding himself for a great run, or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Hey, shoot.
Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, 1st and goal. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will get them one closer. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in his own blitz.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Saints on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 14.
Check.
Now Breeze. And he's going to go down again.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play. Matt Ryan trying to lead the Falcons from behind. Last year in 16 starts, just one fourth-quarter comeback for the QB. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On third down, Ryan airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. Well, they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Play action. Breeze. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And this will be taken at the 13. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Freeman again, pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
High 7. 6. Mike, 56, right there.
Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Back to you. Hey, 59, ready. Hey, box truck. Let's go, D. Tighten it up.
The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Ryan now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
A 20th carry now for Devontae Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Now it's Ryan. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. A hat tip to P.J. Williams there defensively, making sure that one didn't find its target. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
36 yards on the play. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Kamara. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Ryan. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Mike 56. Mike. Go.
Ryan to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. It's caught. Jones. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal.
Mike 56. Go. 51.
Here's Ryan. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have a little bit of time here to get to field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Breeze to throw. And Stills bringing it in. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now Breeze. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Breeze. Here we go. This to avoid overtime. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Freeman. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
47's the mic.
They'll run. It's Barner. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Freeman. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Freeman. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. On second down, it's Freeman, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back.
Hey, Alpha. 11.
First throw in overtime now for Ryan. And that is incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up, because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. A field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive, they're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
We're good. Rest, return.
On first down, Breeze. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. It's Desmond Trufant. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great 4 quarters. But then in OT, not only to win it, but to win it on a defensive score. Wow.
Oh, definitely. And I think from now on, we're going to definitely travel someone who can help us, because I thought I was going to pass out at the end. Not just getting to the overtime, but the plays in overtime that led to this one, and to finish it on a defensive touchdown, a takeaway that gets into the end zone. I'm not rooting for anyone, but boy, I love to see games finish that way.
So for the Falcons, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
up and up this magic.